everyone, welcome back to my channel. In celebration of the release of the new Star Wars film, I have partnered up with COVERGIRL to recreate both a light side and a dark side makeup look. These looks are recreations of 2 out of the 6 looks that the global creative design director, Pat McGrath, developed as part of COVERGIRL's partnership with the film. I will be transforming 2 of these looks into more wearable versions that would be perfect and easy to do on your movie night out. So let's get to it. The first look we will be transforming is the dark Apprentice. To start off, we're going to be using the COVERGIRL Outlast Stay Fabulous foundation. This is in the shade 920 Creamy Natural. What I think is really great about this stuff is that it sets the look like a primer, corrects like a concealer, and gives us that perfect matte finish that we're after, like the model has in the photo. So all in one, we're good to go. For brows, I'm going to be using the COVERGIRL Bombshell Powder Brow. I start by just kind of filling in the brow first, and then I kind of start to make the shape. You can see here at the tail of the brow, I'm not following my natural brow shape. I want this to be a little bit more of a straight brow, and then I'm just kind of filling that in and filling in the front. Later on, I go in and kind of square up the brow. You guys will see that. Okay, time for the fun part, the eyes. I'm going to be taking this COVERGIRL Intensify Me liner, which has this new paddle tip, which is going to be super helpful when we're creating both the thin line in the front half of the liner and the thick graphic end. It's going to be super easy. I love this thing. Once you've done both sides, we can move right on. This stuff dries super easily, so we can go right ahead and use our COVERGIRL Lip Perfection pencil. This is in the color 215 Passion. Basically, what I'm doing here is just taking the liner and putting it on top of what I've already done with my cat eye, and it's pretty simple. I'm just going over it to make sure that it is very, red, and then I'm just going back in with my Intensify Me liner, and I'm going to actually drag the liner in a little bit more so that you get more of like this cat eye effect. After that, I'm just finishing my other eye by doing the same thing, and then I'm using my COVERGIRL Ink It in the color Black Ink, and I'm just going to be putting that on my waterline and on my tight line. I also decided to drag some a little bit lower on my lash line, and then just take my fingers and smudge it out a little bit. Go ahead and repeat this on the other eye. Of course, you don't want to be lopsided. And then we are going into our COVERGIRL eyeshadow quad, and I'm just going to be taking this dark black sparkly color, and I'm just going to be putting that on my lower lash line just to help blend it out a little bit more. Also, I feel like it's important to kind of bring it up and really wing it out with your liner. It makes that cat eye effect really effective. Then here I'm just kind of going into the inner corner and connecting everything so that it has that seamless look. Then here's where you can see me kind of just go in and square up my brows a little bit more. I wanted it to match the models a little bit more correctly, so I just went in and did that. Next, we're going in with our COVERGIRL The Supersizer Mascara in Very Black. I love this formula because it stays flexible, meaning that you can play, sculpt, style your lashes without it drying out. It just basically waits for you to create your masterpiece. Then I'm going back in with the same lip pencil that I used on my eyes, and I'm just going to line my lips. Now, this is up to you, but when I wear red lipstick, I totally like to line my lips and then fill them in completely. That just ensures if you're eating, which if you're going to a movie and you're going to probably be eating a lot of popcorn, if it does come off, you will have a stain under your lips, so I highly recommend doing that. Over top of that, we're going to be using the COVERGIRL Colourlicious lipstick in Hot. This stuff is super moisturizing. It's packed with emollient so that your lips feel super smooth, but you get like this super amazing color payout. And for added effect, I went into my same eyeshadow quad, and I took that black color again, and I just applied that to the corners of my lips. What this is going to do is just give the lips more depth, and then once I was done doing that, I went back and added some red right into the center of my lips. And yeah, so that is look 1 done. This is a very wearable thing. I think that pretty much anybody can really pull this off. The next look we will be transforming is the Jedi. We will be starting off with the COVERGIRL Clean Oil Control Foundation. Mine is in the shade 520 Creamy Natural. This stuff is rad if you guys have oily skin, as it contains silica shells for oil absorption. Just applying that all over my face, and next I'm going to be taking this COVERGIRL Eye Enhancer in Snow Blossom. I'm just using this as kind of like a highlighter. I'm just applying this on the high points of my face to brighten up the look. Then, as we did in the previous look, I'm taking my COVERGIRL Bombshell Powder Brow and Liner, but this one is in medium brown, and I'm just going to start sparsely filling in my brows. We don't really want anything anything too prominent here, so make sure you go a little bit light-handed. For the start of the show, we're going to be using the CoverGirl Bloom Eyeshadow Quad in Go for the Gold. Taking shade number 2, which is just this orangey shade. I'm just going to be applying this all over my lids, and this stuff is amazing! Guys, I love this. If you want some really nice pigmented, these are kind of like foiled eyeshadows almost, pick these up. These are to die for. I'm so happy that I have these. They're crazy pigmented and the colors are super on trend, so it kind of just takes the guesswork out of, you know, creating a great makeup look. Then on a larger fluffy brush, I'm just going to start buffing that color up towards my brow. Now going into the eyeshadow quad in Notice Me Nudes, I'm going to be taking shade number 2, and just to kind of tone down the orange a bit, I'm going to just dust this right on top of it. Now back into Go for the Golds, I'm just going to be taking this dark brown shade and putting that right into my crease, just so that we have a little bit more added definition into the look. And I'm also just taking that onto my lower lash line as well. Now to brighten up the look, I really want the inner corner to be kind of the main focus. So I'm taking that white shimmery shade from the quad and I'm just kind of putting that all into my inner corner. This is going to act as a base for when we put our other color on top of it. Taking a little bit of that onto the brow bone, then go ahead and use the CoverGirl Bombshell Shine Shadow in Gold Goddess. I'm putting that right on top of the white that we just placed. I ended up doing 2 layers of this just to get that really, really bright opaque effect. And now for one of my old time favorites, we're going to be taking the CoverGirl Lash Blast Volume Mascara in Very Black and applying that to our lashes. This is going to give us that instant volume and fullness that we're after. Keep in mind to only apply mascara on the outer portion of your lower lashes in order to keep that inner corner really bright. To warm up the face, we're going to create a strong contour using the CoverGirl Cheekers blush in Cinnamon Toast, and then it's time for lips. Sticking with the CoverGirl Colourlicious lipsticks, I'm going to be using the shade Honey Bloom. Like I mentioned in the last look, this stuff is crazy moisturizing and it is super pigmented. Next, I just wanted to highlight a few points on our face, so I'm going to be going back into that Notice Me Nudes quad and taking that first shade. I'm going to apply that onto my Cupid's bow and the center of my lips and also the tip of my nose. Let me know in the comments down below if you guys are excited about the movie release. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope that you guys enjoyed this look. Don't forget to check the description box for a full list of products that I used, and I will talk to you guys in my next video. Bye guys!